This is a series of podcasts we are running till we have our beautiful show called REFCOLD, which is happening on 18th, 19th and 20th of September 25 at New Delhi, Bharat Mandapam. However, in this episode and all the other episodes, we've been trying to get a feel and a pulse and a vibration on the industry of refrigeration. And today, I'm really happy to have my friend, Mr. Bhatia, and I will ask him to introduce himself. But for people who don't know him, he is the most happy and a jovial consultant, design consultant I've ever seen. His expertise ranges from not only from product, which are multiple, but also in terms of safeties, also in terms of advancements, and also in terms of new technologies. I think he is a master for so many products and so many verticals and so many produces that it's a great opportunity to have you here. He's currently based out of Middle East, Dubai, and thank you for taking this time out. And I know there are different time zones, but I think you owe this to Ishre and you owe this to India. Thank you so much. Can I have a brief introduction from you?
Yeah, I think it's most exciting to hear so many nice words for a person who coming from very small village in Himachal Pradesh. And when somebody asks me, I'll always give honest introduction, like I'm villager by heart, sportsman by passion, and engineer by compulsion. Because I think I'm still a villager and I still owe a lot to India because I got a lot from India, and India is the place which delivered word many professionals. So I'm here. Ashish, you already said a lot about me, so I don't want to add anything, but this is me, Arun Kumar Bhatia, and I'm just doing consulting, facilitation, and I'm thankful I'm in country like Dubai, where there is ample of opportunities for professionals like me.
Thank you, Bhatia sir. My first, obviously, preferred question to you, which makes a lot of sense, is what are the latest global trends, which have significantly changed? Because I know you have also seen a lot of changes happening in terms of how we were into cold chain a few years ago and now. So what are the top trends that you're seeing, and also what do you see will be the scene or scenario going forward in next 2-3 years? Because I think these are very, very dynamic times, and the changes that we are witnessing have not been so frequent and so substantial in terms of impact that they create.
Yes, I think let me put it this way. This is like a pre-COVID era and post-COVID era, right? So pre-COVID era, cold chain professionals and cold stores were like, they were like insignificant in front of people. This is what I'm saying in perspective of my family, those who don't understand what is cold chain. Now the changes which is happening, people came to know that how important we are. And now the changes coming up in 2-3 perspectives. One is in consumables, for example, refrigerants. Globally, people are going towards, natural refrigerants. But here, I have very balanced approach. I think, of course, we should go with the natural refrigerant, which are essential. We should follow the nature. But it is similar to that, in my village, we used to say, always say the truth. But every truth has a value, right? And we are living in an ecosystem of, public where they need edible products at a reasonable value at reasonable cost. Now, if in my country, where I am currently sitting or I belong to, if they can't afford a particular refrigerant for a particular process, so I can't put that thing to particular industry. But of course, I recommend and commend people, those who use natural refrigerants. So first thing is natural refrigerants, for example, carbon dioxide and ammonia. Ammonia is ample in India, and Another thing is the digitalization, which is happening in India from last 5-6 years. I think last mile delivery, you said, supply chain management, small cold stores, Tatas, and many other companies. Okay, why I say Tatas? Because that is one of my favorite partners. Right? They have done, exemplary jobs, like especially supply chain management, efficiency in supply chain management, giving fresh produce to the consumer. Those are on small scale. But on larger scale cold storages, the changes coming in India, I think we are little slow to catch up, because we have been little bit confused in a way that we should adapt what is happening in globe. However, we are half of the globe, right? We are 1 Europe. Now the time has come that we have to tell world that these are the things which we can even teach you, right? For example, there are things which we can learn from the people, and we can also, re-engineer them, and we can tell them, okay, this is the practices which can be helpful for a farmer in America, or farmer in Europe, or farmer in any developing countries. Because not only our cost is less, not only our efficiencies are high in certain cases, but our professionals are learning very, very fast. We are very, very fast reacting to the changes. Okay. Now the third thing, which I think the change which must come in India, or which is coming globally, is the training organization, which is ISRE also, and there are very government and non-governmental organizations which are helping people to grassroots. They are going into villages, they are going into small centers, they are getting into even small lacunas, that how they can improve life of people and help creating better professionals, which can help us globally to bring this to make this smaller cost to a larger cost, or like larger cause to a smaller cause.
Yeah, I think you're right. I see I think there are 3 transitions that are happening currently in India. Certainly, one is on the refrigerant plane. Even if you are talking of synthetic refrigerants, we are talking of GWP now, which was still not there in few years ago. We certainly have a clear path in terms of what refrigerants will follow from here till forward. There is certainly a transition on energy. Energy is becoming a big buzzword, which is there, I'm saying. And yes, training is certainly, I think we had another talk with another friend of ours who is from Sri Lanka, and he had the same problem. We just had another talk with somebody in Thailand, and I think it's same problem. So I think the manpower, development is probably one of the key factors that will help forward. And I also very, very agree to the fact that you're saying, what you really echoed. I really appreciate that we are 1 Europe and maybe half of the world here. So I see there have been industrialists here who have been pioneering into last mile delivery, on a drop to your home service, which is probably not there in the whole of the world if you see at the speed and the magnitude that it has been delivered in India. So I think there are not only roles to learn from globally, but there are a lot of experiences to share now also in terms of what we are doing in last mile delivery of food. Very, very, very true. But again, I'm going to the third part of your compulsion of your life, which is the engineer in you. So the compulsive engineer. When you see the global operations, and when you see them in India operations, because you are a consultant to many global projects and as well as India projects, and then again you see the global design, I would say, attitude, and Indian design attitude, and obviously you see global equipment, and you also see equipment that is now very nicely being manufactured in India. What are your first opinions, just like first drop of your hat thoughts on all these three things?
Like my dad always used to say that if you lead the team or you follow the team, right? So that is the first step of success. And if you are a good leader, you are a good follower also. So in our industry, I feel there is like I cannot translate that into, it's like a khichatani, you can say. So it's like, we need to develop an behavioral architecture in such a manner that we should appreciate technical people, right? And technical consultants. Of course, they are also business people, they are also looking for money. But at the end, the owners, the investors, they should create a clear trust. I think this is the most important factor. And most of the Indian I work with, they don't trust, right? Even they don't trust their consultants, they don't trust their suppliers, because they don't trust in themselves. So I'm not saying there are people I met, they are so professional, so ahead of time. So I'm not saying, like, what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to put forward is, because this is my country, right? So I want that culture to establish where ecosystem will have more trust, right? And when there is a trust, so obviously the creation by an artist, because owner, consultant and supplier, they are part of this ecosystem. If they don't trust each other, so probably everything is gone. For example, part of India where people listen to all the technical things and then they discuss commercial. Okay? But part of India, they don't give, I will not use word asset, so they will just look at the prices. So at the end, we need to have a balanced approach. We can't, if you want to go to heaven, you have to die, right? You have to let go the things which you have been carrying from the centuries. You have to be really global thinker. So probably that is one thing which I would give it to industry or to my friends. कि सब इम्पोर्टेंट है, आपका सप्लायर इम्पोर्टेंट है, आपका इंजीनियर इम्पोर्टेंट है और आप भी इम्पोर्टेंट है. वी आर लाइक ए फैमिली. तो अगर फैमिली में एक साथ रहना नहीं सीख सकते, एक साथ वी कैनॉट एक दूसरे की बातों को समझ के बिगर ईगो के उसको नहीं ले सकते, तो प्रॉब्ली काय का कंसल्टेंट और काय का इन्वेस्टर और काय का सप्लायर. तो आई थिंक दैट इज वन थिंग विच वी शुड क्रिएट. और ये अभी अगर ट्रेडिशनली आप देखो तो हमारा इकोसिस्टम बहुत अच्छा था. प्री ब्रिटिश एरा में हम बहुत ट्रस्ट करते थे. बनिए पे जो सामान लेता था वो ट्रस्ट करता था, राइट? किसान बनिए पे ट्रस्ट करता था, वो उसको फसल बेचता था, बनिया वाजिब प्रॉफिट देकर उसको आगे ले आता था. तो एट द एंड प्रॉफिट तो है ही इसमें, बट सबसे ज़्यादा इसमें इम्पोर्टेंट है कि कमिटमेंट, ट्रस्ट. बाकी तो सस्टेनेबिलिटी वो सब तो इसका बाई प्रोडक्ट है, वो तो आएगा ही, वो तो मिलेगा ही. जब आपके अंदर वो ईमानदारी और वो सोच है, वो तो मिलेगा ही और वो लाजिम मिलेगा. वो ग्लोबली वो मैंने देखा है. यहाँ पर जैसे मुझे मेरे बॉस ने कोई प्रोजेक्ट दिया तो ही विल नॉट कॉल मी बैक, क्या हुआ क्या नहीं हुआ, राइट? दे एनकरेज मी टू मेक मिस्टेक, राइट? So that is one ecosystem which I think we need to create, and I think present government is creating a lot of good things. So I feel that हम उसको लेकर आएंगे, क्योंकि हमारी ये बाप दादाओं की वो है कि हमको, ऑफ कोर्स हमने ट्रस्ट किया तो ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी आई, बट वो तो एक गलती थी. लेकिन यार ट्रस्ट करना नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए. दिस इज द मेन थिंग फॉर डेवलपमेंट.
No, I agree. I also feel many times that if you go to a customer and if you are the first presenter of the idea, then he listens to you. If you're the second presenter, then he questions you, and by the third presenter, he tells you what to do. So I feel what you are saying. So it's always, sometimes it's good to be either the first one or the last one in the chain to present. So that's true.
इसमें देखो, जो कस्टमर है उसको थैंकफुल होना चाहिए पहले वाले के लिए, और वो आइडिया रिफाइंड होता है तीसरा, चौथे, पांचवें से, तो सबका योगदान है इसमें. हमें
Correct,
तो
correct.
धन्य होना चाहिए कि हमारे को कोई आइडिया दे रहा है, तो वो
My
ग्लोबली वो रिस्पेक्ट है.
again very personal, obviously, because I love, mutual, love for India and India products is like mutual. Do you, because you've been interacting with a lot of verticals of products that are coming out of India, whether these are evaporators or condensing units, even ammonia products. I know that you are a big buyer for these equipment. Have you seen a change in terms of the product output and the quality between last 3 years and today, in terms of professionalism? Do you see a change over the period in India products?
See, here your question has got two parts. One is a product and one is a process. Right? Product include production company, product factory, R&D, everything. So there is a lot of improvement. Last 5, 7, 10 years. Lot of improvement. When Indian production is improving, products are improving, thought process is improving. But on the other side, the people, those who are supporting it, the processes which are supporting the product, they are still not very good. I'm not saying all the companies, I'll say around 70% of the companies. Their processes are very poor. Professionals are super poor, right? Because they don't know. I mean, for example, I was born in Himachal, brought up in Delhi, studied in Kerala, right? Worked in Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai, Dubai, right? So I know the simulation is so important. So an Indian person in Delhi cannot think like a person in Kolkata. Similarly, a Delhi guy cannot think like a Dubai guy, or a German guy, or Europe, or a French guy, or a Dutch guy. Our people. Even I have interacted with the people those who are taking care of sports. Right? Most of them have no clue what to do. Right? I mean, how they have to cater public need globally. What are the cultural norms? How they need to talk? How they need to, do basic things, dua salam. Right? So these are few things which, of course, our government. Man, their branding is so high. If you go to Europe, you go everywhere. But our professionals still need to learn a lot.
Yeah, I think
our professionals,
our
they need to
next generation of engineers are going to be, the change, because sometimes it's a mindset issue. It's not easy to change. But at the same time, I see personally also there's, into cold chain projects that we were working earlier, and the kind of percentage of import in terms of products were there is now diminishing every year, and I see the quality of Indian products coming up very high. I really see that not late but very soon India will be a good hub for regional neighbors that we have, and we should be
no doubt.
And just to obviously we have invited you for REFCOLD, and I am sure you have already booked and blocked your tickets, and you will be bringing a lot of influencers along with you, because I know the clout you have into this industry all across in Africa and Middle East, all portions. So we really invite you. Look forward to your visit. But at REFCOLD this year, we have created a lot of ecosystems. We have created a lot of discussions which are, from the government side and talking to the industry. We have created an ecosystem where we have called international societies to come and talk about what's new, and where, they would also like to be participating as a country. We've also created an ecosystem where we have, a lot of exhibitors, promoting their new technologies, their new innovations. And I know from because I interact with few exhibitors that few products are going to be completely unheard of, prior to this exhibition. So I think there's a lot of excitement on that part of it. And then there's also ecosystem where we have actually, created a lot of end users to be here, in terms of people who are actually making the buying decision to be here. You, from your end, what is your most focused ecosystem where you would like to, spend 2 days out of your 3 days visit to the REFCOLD?
The first thing, you already said what I wanted to tell you, that I'm coming. Yeah? and I don't miss any of the REFCOLDs in past. I think one I missed. And why I don't miss them? Because I get pulse of Indian cold chain market. And in today's world, if you discount India or Bharat, it means you are missing something. Yeah? So I'm not the person who want to miss something. So I'm coming.
Very well said. Very well said. Yeah. Very well said.
Second thing is, I will look forward for something related to how our youngsters or industry is working towards creating efficiency, be it on equipment side, be it on process side, be it on philosophical side. When I say philosophical, it means setting up a vision for youngsters. And I would also like to see that we will bring new generation forward and innovators forward, like you mentioned, next generation, because they will set the direction. If I have a gray hair, gray beard, it does not mean I have a knowledge, because today we need ideas, and fresh minds will bring fresh ideas. So I will not say nepotism, but I would say deserving people should come up. And youngsters in India, I know they are game-changing dudes. They can catapult the thought process to next level, and man, people will come to us and they'll say, "Yaar, apne bande udhar de do. We need something." So youngster, I am visiting many colleges in India. The youngsters they are really, वो कहते हैं ना वसुदेव कुटुंबकम. So youngsters are thinking globally. So I think I would like to witness those youngsters. Also, association like yours and many other associations, those who are contributing to grassroots levels, and definitely looking forward and spending 2 fruitful days.
Thank you,
like-minded
Bhatia.
professionals.
It's really nice having this chat with you, and especially in your busy schedule. But I think for me, the biggest takeaway is your concluding remark, and I'm super excited, and I hope and I really feel that the youngsters who will probably watch this podcast from our industry, even if they don't visit a booth, they come and make an appointment and visit with you and talk to you, because I know you are a big ocean of knowledge and experience, and it's not always money, because there's something that, like I say, MasterCard ad, there's something you can buy with money. There is experience and exposure that you will never be able to buy with money. So I request all our budding engineers and young entrepreneurs to have a time with Mr. Bhatia. It's going to be a wonderful experience. Thank you so much.
Let's change their attitude and let's make India great again. Yeah?
Absolutely.
India is still great, but let's make the cold chain industry, more global. So people come to us and we help them globally.
Thank you.